Good evening and welcome to Jim Munley's World of Weather. You clicked on to long range weather forecast discussion for February 20th to March 4th. The pattern change that was talked about in previous discussions is underway and would consist of a positive tilt eastern Pacific trough, a weakening west coast ridge, and a central U.S. trough over central North America. The pattern change will bring drier conditions to the northwest and cold and snow to the central plains. Temperatures are forecast to be above normal at start of the period in the east. Colder air is expected to emerge in the northern plains as high pressure builds over western Canada. That's for the early period. Now we're going to look at the period for February 23rd to 27th. And most of the models forecast, we're going to go back to the pattern we had before. This is the GFS, and you can see we still have an area of above normal heights here, below normal heights, but eventually changes to above normal heights here across the western U.S. and below in the east as we go through the period. So this is for the 23rd to the 27th, and here we are at 7 a.m. on the 23rd, and you can see we have our ridge building here into the west. We have our trough here across the north central U.S. That builds gradually eastward, and we have diminishing above normal heights here across the southeast. We go to the 25th, and you can see we have above normal heights here. Here's our ridge pumping up here, and our trough. We go to the 27th, we still have our ridge and our trough, a deep trough here. This is GFS. And then we go to the GFS ensembles and the European deterministics, which it seems the European deterministics might be a little deeper with the cold you can see across the northern Great Lakes area. But we have a broad trough across the east central U.S., and this is the European ensembles. So most of the models show all this. So what we're forecasting during this period is above normal temperatures for this area and below normal temperatures from the plains to Atlantic coast. For precipitation, forecasting below normal precipitation across a large portion of the nation, but from the Mississippi Valley to the Pacific coast. Okay, now we're going to go into look at the period for February 24th to 28th to March 4th, and the models depict little change in the pattern, although we have a little eastward shift. And we're going to go now look at the 28th. We're going to slide this over a little bit. Okay, 7 a.m. This is the GFS. You see we have our ridge here, a little bit of a trough out here, and we have our deep trough here across the eastern U.S. And then we go to European deterministics. And then we have the European ensembles, which is more broader with the trough. Okay, then we're going to go further out. This is for March 1st. Yay, March. We have, like you see, above normal heights here across the, We have our above normal heights here in the west still, and our deep trough. We're going to go out, we're not going to go all the way out, but we're going to look at most of the period, so it doesn't get too bad. This is for the 3rd. And you can see we have our area above normal heights here, below normal heights. The trough starts to flatten a little bit. This the GFS. And then we go to the GFS ensembles and the European deterministics. Wow, look at that. The European the European ensembles has a broad trough across much of the nation and with below normal temperatures. That's the only model that's showing that. So during this forecast period, I am forecasting above normal temperatures for the western states and below normal temperatures from the Mississippi Valley to the Atlantic coast. For precipitation, I'm only forecasting above normal precipitation across this area. So that is the long-range weather forecast discussion for February 20th to March 4th. Just want to remind you that these discussions will be found on my website at jimmundleywx.com. The current one will be on the homepage, and the previous ones from this week will be in the video section. So that's it for now. Have a good day.